Hi everyone, this is our third round of planning poker for group 2. Okay, so story number 1. As a developer, I need a test site set up for all coding to be done on first. Okay, let's start with Tiffany. Oh, actually, let's start with Josh.
Obviously. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
I put 34 because I think because it's your test site, it's going to take a little longer because it's going to be your first time doing everything. Which I think the final site will be quicker because you have already done it on the test site. But a lot of times on the test site, you're working out all the little bugs as you're building it. You're finding all these new things, so I think it'll take a little more time.
Okay. Tiffany, do you want to explain why you chose 5?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's critical. I just didn't think it took as much time, but I can see what he's saying. So I can come up a little bit if I need to.
Yeah. And Tiff?
So when I picked 5, I was honestly thinking simply of the domain name, like the very basics of getting the test site. But considering the user story using, the word setup, I think Josh is in a much better range for the amount of time that would take.
Because I took it as like a full-blown site. It's just not live yet. And then
I think you're right there.
Then you get it right, and then you copy it over to the live site.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you want me to flip the cards, or do you want to just go up to 34?
Let's just revote, should we?
Okay.
Josh.
Okay.
All right.
Next story. Okay. As a user, I would like to be able to pay for services, payment application. Okay. Let's start with Tiff on why you chose 21.
Mostly because of how buggy it can be getting things like that to integrate sometimes.
Okay.
Not for really any other reason.
Josh, why did you choose 13?
I knew it would take some time, but I was hoping it wouldn't take that much time. I would definitely consider going off though, because it can be buggy at times, depending on what platform you're using and all that. Not all payment systems work the same on every system, so.
Yeah. And Tiffany?
Yeah, I was between the 13 and the 21. I think it is critical.
Okay. So should I reset the cards or?
Yeah, let's do.
Okay, perfect. Okay, number 3. As a developer, I would like to ensure I am producing a website that doesn't time out or give me error pages, test site, and payment applications. Okay. Okay, we'll start with Josh. Okay.
I just wanted to do that.
Okay. Then we'll start with Tiff.
So the error testing, I think, is one of, next to having a layout that makes sense to a user and relevant content, I think the testing is probably one of the most important parts of the website. Making sure that we're not throwing errors, whether they're JavaScript errors or just different platforms, mobile versus PC, that kind of thing.
Right. Okay, Tiffany?
Yeah, I can see what she's saying. It's definitely critical, and it's definitely going to save time. So yeah, I could come up.
Okay. And Josh?
Yeah, I think I could come up as well because she said making a kind of a test site when testing with users. I wasn't really thinking of that aspect, but you really need other than yourself to use the website, like other users who don't know the website. If you're the one building it, you know it inside and out, so you know exactly where to click, but you need someone who doesn't know the website to find all the bugs in it, kind of.
Okay.
Because they'll be clicking spaces that you don't.
Yeah, I've seen at this point on websites take me all the way back to the wireframes just for that reason, where it's like, why would you even click there? But I wouldn't, but you know, half a dozen people I show it to obviously have other ideas than me as a developer.
Right. Okay, we'll reset these.
I can come up.
Okay.
You guys have more experience than I do. I trust you.
Okay. Number 4, as a product owner, I want evidence of testing and right to final approval of the test or of the site prior to going live. Okay, we'll start with Tiff on why you chose 8.
So, while I think it's important, I don't think this necessarily takes a lot of time because we've had 2 other approval points. So showing the evidence of the testing and showing the site to the product owner, I don't see that taking a lot of time. But it could be one of those points, I guess, where no, I changed my mind. I don't want those colors, or that doesn't work for me.
Right. And Josh, why you chose 34?
I always worked with real picky product owners, and so they seems like they want to change all these things they never told you about in the beginning.
That's true.
I think it could take quite a bit longer. Like what they said was totally different than what you heard, and the way did you guys see that picture with like the way they designed it? It was with the tree and the little swing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the different perspectives, and that's when you're finally meeting. So sometimes it takes a lot longer, but I could come down definitely on that.
Okay. And Tiffany?
Yeah, I definitely think it's critical. I mean, you can't go live till you get it. So it's a communication thing.
Okay. I'm going to reset these. Perfect. Okay. And the final story. As a user, I would like to use a website that doesn't time out or give me error pages. Set up live website. Tiffany, we'll start with you with your 34.
I just think, isn't that the most critical part?
No.
Is that it's user friendly, that it's error free. I mean, I guess at that point it's not a huge time issue, but it's definitely critical.
Mm-hmm. Josh?
Yeah, I guess it depends whether you run into errors or not, how much time it's going to take. But it is higher importance because that is your final product. Yeah.
Okay. And Tiff?
So I guess being on the developer side, I feel like when you get to this point, doggone it, it better be working right. Although porting over from a test site to a live site often does come with, link changes that need to be made, whether it's where the images are stored or that kind of thing. So I can definitely come up on that one.
Okay. Reset these. Okay, perfect. And that is the end of this planning poker session.